one bad mother. Go to Cougars.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Fun J.
Hi, Combo Dad. Thinking about those roadside diners that serve homemade pies. Well, unless there's a house attached to the place, those pies are not homemade. They're baked right there, miles away from home. Diner-made pies, or pies. At Motel 6, they don't try to fool anyone. They have clean, comfortable rooms at great low rates, and most have truck parking. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just want to help you succeed, and I succeeded.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
If you're a trucking industry professional, then you need to stay on top of changing regulations, equipment upgrades, and technology advancements. Fleet Owner Magazine gives you all of this and more. Written for fleet executives and managers, Fleet Owner gives you the business intelligence on operations, vehicle maintenance, regulations, and information technology you need to stay ahead. But that's not all. With its monthly print publication, daily and weekly email newsletters, and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner Magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today. Hey.
The U.S. Supreme Court was established on the principles of fairness,
Mr. Pops, your friend's gonna die. Pickles, don't be so dramatic. Oh, I'm gonna die, gonna die. Well, yes, probably.
Peter, Rhiannon, and Michael are going to take on a legally dubious Supreme Court decision.
Is this where you seduce all the rich men of Sag Harbor? Is that what you think?
No, we're getting out. Stay away from my son.
I'm going to run your ass out of mine.
It can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and
Whoa! It's like a night.
For example, driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
Be the first to watch the all-new Trolls movie at home.
I can't believe this is really happening.
Trolls band together. Watch it home.
My family support keeps me strong.
Watch football all season long, live and cable-free, with unlimited DVR space included, and no hidden fees or long-term contracts. Everything live TV should be. YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Show tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio.
We are the Men in Black. Our mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
I knew it. This is an alien, and you guys are from some government agency trying to keep it under wraps.
I make this look good.
It's from that video when he was working and I'm hearing back from her. So
Your friend's gonna die. die.
Get your notes and then legal resolution, stop burning
Yes,
for 2024 so you don't destroy the planet.
Yeah.
By the way, the researchers investigated emissions of CO2, methane,
Yep, no, that's,
and nitrous oxide in human breathing. Well, was it just human breathing they did to check that? I'm just trying to be make sure they covered everything scientifically. Was it just methane from your breath, or
no, the methane comes from somewhere else.
right? I mean, the examination of
The production and processing of food that we ingest. I'm just gonna put it that.
Okay, I think that's a very, very good way
It
of
is
putting
a
it.
byproduct of the processing of the food we ingest. Thank you. And you're welcome.
And I think we'll stop there without going into any other type of minutia detail.
We'll pass on the gas, if you will.
Yes.
Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One. Avoid fuel gelling by using Hot Shot Secret's EDT Plus Winter Defense, a 7-in-1 fuel booster and anti-gel available at Pilot Flying J, Amazon, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and HotShotSecret.com.
Progressive Commercial presents long-haul dramas. The night covered Dale's rig in a blanket of darkness.
It was dusk.
Suddenly, a detour appeared, and Dale was left with no way to his destination.
Just took the detour to make the delivery on time.
What a nightmare.
That was fine.
Truckers don't have time for drama. That's why Progressive Commercial offers specialty coverage for heavy trucks, like primary liability limits up to $2 million. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Eric Hartley for Valley Chrome Plating. Drivers, are you looking to outshine everyone rolling down the road? Look no further than Valley Chrome Plating, your one-stop shop for premium chrome and stainless bumpers, plus a huge inventory of stainless accessories for all makes and models. Valley Chrome will always outshine and outlast the competition. Their products are made with the highest manufacturing standards, made right here in the USA. Family owned and operated, Valley Chrome Plating has been putting the shine on America since 1961. Check out valleychrome.com today. Valleychrome.com. You know, there's a lot of chaos in the world today. Wars, bank failures, and high debt are crippling investors. So what's the best investment to secure your financial future? That's an easy answer: gold. Mike Fulgens and his company, Universal Coin and Bullion, have helped investors buy over $1 billion in gold and silver. Gold is a safe haven and a hedge against inflation. To add the world's oldest currency to your portfolio, call Universal Coin and Bullion today at 800-UCB-GOLD. That's 800-UCB-GOLD. Or go to universalcoin.com/redeye. Universal Coin is giving our listeners a special deal on a 1/10,000 gold American Eagle coin for just $220, or a pure 1-ounce silver American Eagle coin for $27. Limit 3 each. Call 800-UCB-GOLD and tell them you want the Red Eye deal. Mike Fulgens is America's gold expert. Make him your gold expert today. 800-UCB-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer our diabetes prevention program. Driving Down Diabetes is a free CDC-approved diabetes prevention program. This year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, while receiving encouragement and accountability. It's for those at risk for diabetes only, not for those who have already been diagnosed with diabetes. If you are an over-the-road truck driver with a valid Class A CDL and are wondering if you are at risk for diabetes, go to truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab. Driving Down Diabetes is made possible by Southern Recipe. If you have questions, email Julie at truckersfund.org. Don't let diabetes put the brakes on your career. Sign up today. Again, to sign up and get more info, go to truckersfund.org. Truckersfund.org.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The U.S. is taking the lead, creating a new international force in the Red Sea to guard against attacks by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. Pentagon correspondent Kevin McCormick has our top story. Secretary Austin calls the new effort Prosperity Guardian and with several other allies this new initiative. Several shipping companies have already diverted their vessels because of the attacks by Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen. There were 2 more attacks yesterday. Analysts say it could lead to higher gas, clothing, and car prices. More than 500,000 utility customers in Maine and New Hampshire still have no power after a storm system that flooded out states all along the eastern seaboard. Gary Griffin drove into the floodwaters in Maine.
You gotta get the car towed tonight, get it off the road, and then you gotta get it towed again tomorrow all the way into New Hampshire to the closest place for a dealership. So right now we're trying to decide a ride back to the motel because the water's up to our knees.
4 people were killed. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill into law allowing police to arrest undocumented migrants trying to enter his state from the south.
The only thing we are doing by this law is making sure that our law enforcement have the tools they need to actually take action against those who are actually coming across the border illegally.
At least 127 people have been killed in a magnitude 6.2 earthquake in northwest China. The BBC's Stephen McDonald from Beijing.
Local government officials have pleaded with people not to come up as volunteers to try and join in the rescue effort because they need to keep these roads cleared in order to get vast amounts of equipment in there to help with the rescue effort.
In New York City, reporters peppering actor Jonathan Majors with questions after he was found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. He was immediately dropped by Disney and Marvel Studios. CBS's Jerika Duncan.
Majors and his family did not speak to the media as they left the court. Grace Jabari, who was not in the courtroom when the verdict was read, did release a statement saying she was, quote, gratified to see justice served. Majors faces up to a year behind bars. He is scheduled to be sentenced on February 6th.
Maybe it wasn't his cute little red humper. It was probably Rudolph's shiny blue eyes that helped Santa and the rest of the herd find their way across the sky and onto the chimney tops. A study from Dartmouth finds the unique color helps illuminate the surrounds during Arctic winters so they can all find food. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now is the perfect time. Call today and receive 50 little blue or yellow pills for only $120 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose pill benefit from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 1-800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 1-800-990-6271 for as little as $120 for 50 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 1-800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we will rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 1-800-990-6271 now. That's 1-800-990-6271.
Feel like you can't get ahead on your car loan? CBS's Peter King says it's happening to a lot of us.
The number of people who owe more than their vehicle is worth is higher than it's been since the start of the pandemic. And then prices of both new and used cars went up so much because the supply was so limited. Bankrate.com senior analyst Greg McBride says many borrowers have spread out payments for 6 or 7 years to try to reduce the pinch from high interest rates. McBride says when you combine that with falling used vehicle values and real life circumstances for individual borrowers,
Even in a strong economy, you may well see a level of auto delinquencies and defaults that we haven't seen in quite some time.
The uproar over Harvard President Claudine Gay's testimony on anti-Semitism on Capitol Hill made
You're having a home when you live. You're having a home when you live. You're right.
Prospects. Deborah Rodriguez.
You're having a good home when you live.
You had a good home when you lay off. Oh, oh, dress me up and I'm in green. Oh yeah, you still got it, baby. You still got it. You still got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mama, mama, can't you see what this arm has done to me? Dressed me up in army green. Took away my blue jeans. Oh, we got a meeting today? Okay. Thank you, Camille. I appreciate that. I'll make sure that gets out. Mama, mama, can't you see what this arm has done to me? Oh. You had a good home when you left. You had a good home when you left. You left, you right, you right, you left. You had a good home when you left. Left. Mm-hmm. Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. Thank the good Lord you're still here. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. PT time. I know it's Tuesday, but you know, it's Tuesday, but we still got to do it, okay? It's Tuesday, but we still got to do PT because I wasn't here yesterday.
We'll figure out the perfect monthly payment for your budget with as little as $5 down. Then choose the perfect car for you. Finally, you'll get approved. You could be driving home happy in a nicer, newer car today. Don't let past credit problems hold you back. For the people, credit approval process is easy because it works. So don't stay stuck in that old ride. Let us help you drive the car of your dreams today. I'm Matt Barkley.
Somebody gave us a want my last donation. I appreciate that. Put it in the bank. And today, life is through. I'll send it. I'll submit you. My friend, I'll state my case, in which I am certain I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled east in every highway and almost. What's more than that, I did it my way. All right, this last.
Alexa smart speaker. Your favorite talk shows come to your speaker in seconds. Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I hear you.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast.
And now the end is near, and I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. When I remember the rest of the words, I'll let you know. Live a life that's full. I'll travel east in every highway and oh, more, much more than that. I did it my way. Regrets, oh, I have a few. But then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do without exemption. That's a great song, actually. I know not a highway. Oh no, much more than that.
Time now for your Tuesday weather.
I didn't mind.
Tough day in Elmore County today. 17 folks laid to rest after being killed in a car accident over the weekend. A vigil was held Monday night at Elmore County High School for Mason Goggins, who grew up in Eclectic and was on the football team. His funeral service is held today at Message Church. Two utility companies are warning customers this morning about phone scams. Alabama Power and Spire say criminals are using their company's name to try and steal your information. These are phone scams where the criminal calls customers and claims they have an outstanding balance due immediately. Get a call from either company and you're not sure if the call is real, hang up and call them back. If you haven't checked out the lights at the Montgomery Zoo, time is running out. Every night from now through Christmas Day, you can see thousands of lights at the zoo. It's open at 5:30 each night. You can get tickets at the front gate. That's your news on this Tuesday. I'm Jed Davis for WSFA 12 News.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure, if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy. Free of contracts and more flexible to your needs. This way, you screw around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When Freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens.
Officials are pushing for another pause in fighting in Israel that says Hamas has released another video showing 3 elderly male hostages. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest.
Anger growing over 3 hostages accidentally killed by Israeli troops, including the son of this grieving father.
You murdered my son twice. You let the Hamas take my son on October 7th, and you killed my son on December 14th.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin delivering a message to Israel's military leaders in Tel Aviv to protect civilians, while also stressing that Israel has a right to defend itself.
And here is the mission. And our mission for
Israel's security is unshakable. And Israel is not alone.
The Biden administration is turning up the pressure on Israel to negotiate a new ceasefire to release remaining hostages and allow the flow of aid into Gaza. Those talks come at the same time that lawmakers are still trying to hammer out a deal to send additional aid.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
That's what I'm talking about. Whoop. There we go. There we go again. There we go.
Sometimes.
Sorry about that. A little slow this morning.
Focus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solved.
Woo! A little bit of hot chocolate this morning.
Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective, or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. And again, good morning. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Learning from Scars. I think we all know a little bit about that. Our scripture insight today comes from Genesis 32, 22 through 32. Genesis 32 and 31 reads, the sun rose above him as he passed Peniel, and Jacob was limping because of his hip. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is December the 19th, 2023. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day like all the other days that once it's gone, it will never, ever come again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get a chance to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. Because you don't get to summon it from the past once it's gone. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what you can while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't. And reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah Mays said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters will never win. And winners may lose at a time or two, but they'll never quit. And they'll never be losers. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other, like my mother used to say. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, whatever it is, move forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Because quitters never win. And while winners may lose a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. Good morning to you. Learning from our scars. That's our daily bread for this day, December the 19th, 2023. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread Ministries. My name is Mike Whitman, and I call today's reading, Learning from Scars. Faye touched the scars on her abdomen. She had endured another surgery to remove esophageal stomach cancer. This time, doctors had taken part of her stomach and left a jagged scar that revealed the extent of their work. She told her husband, scars represent either the pain of cancer or the start of healing. I choose my scars to be symbols of healing. Jacob faced a similar choice after his all-night wrestling match with God in Genesis chapter 32. The divine assailant wrenched Jacob's hip out of socket, so that Jacob was left exhausted and with a noticeable limp. Months later, when Jacob massaged his tender hip, I wonder what he reflected on. Was he filled with regret for his years of deceit that forced this fateful match? The divine messenger had wrestled the truth out of him, refusing to bless him until Jacob owned up to who he was. He confessed he was Jacob, the heel grabber. He played tricks on his brother Esau and father-in-law Laban, gripping them to gain advantage. The divine wrestler said Jacob's new name would be Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome. Jacob's limp represented the death of his old life of deceit and the beginning of his new life with God, the end of Jacob and the start of Israel. His limp led him to lean on God, who now moved powerfully in and through him. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Genesis chapter 32, verses 22 through 32. That night, Jacob got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him till daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go, unless you bless me." The man asked him, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans, and have overcome." Jacob said, "Please tell me your name." But he replied, "Why do you ask my name?" Then he blessed him there. So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared." The sun rose above him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Therefore to this day the Israelites do not eat the tendon attached to the socket of the hip, because the socket of Jacob's hip was touched near the tendon. Let's pray. Dear Father, thank you for forgiving our sin in Christ. Our limp is a sign of your love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay. It's time to rise and shine. That's right. Okay, so let's get up. Time to get up. It's a little chilly outside this morning, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, we'll do PT now. We might as well go ahead and do it. All right, let's get it. No sweat. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. Gotta be in the mess hall. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Time to rise and shine. You're wasting daylight. Every way to be rough and tough. Airborne all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs a breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Come on now. Time to rise and let go of the covers. It ain't that cold outside. Okay, maybe it is. Be tough. Be a paratrooper or something. Act like you want. Be a man. Men don't get cold. Okay, that's not necessarily the truth. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. Almost time for PT. We're almost there. Let's get up. Let's get ready. Warm up. Jumping jack. Up. Let's get it. Let's get it. Driving old. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, time for PT. Somebody get first song. Sorry, Major. It's time to go to work. They're not retired yet. All right, put the coffee cup down. Get it. Come on now. Tighten it up. Hard work. Oh. Hard work. Going to ride. Hard work. That's what they say. I do it every day. I get up about 2:45 on the road and earn my pay. Come on now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go to work, hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Oh yeah. Woo, hard work, work. Oh, let me get serious now. Hard work, work. Let's go to work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Come on now, stop slacking back there. Pull it up in the back, pull it up in the rear. Make your buddy smile. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yes. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. And go to work. Hard work, work. On the airplane. In the early morning rain. Woo. Okay, we're not done yet. Come on now, let's get it. Let's get it. Pass me up. I make it. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Like they say, hard work. I earn my pay. Come on. Hard work, work. Okay. Woo. I thought it was Monday. It's Tuesday already, and I'm already tired. That's okay, though. I got it under control. Not a big deal. We got this. We got this. We growing. We doing our thing. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine if you can this morning. And be thankful that you're on top of that ground. And that ground ain't on top of you. Good morning to you as we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, especially the home of the 82nd Airborne, Fort Bragg. Find out we got the folks down there listening every once in a while. Good morning to you. Everybody wants to find a paratrooper on the airways of America. I think I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm the only one in radio. So we gravitate toward that. Brothers of the Silk, baby. Brothers of the Silk. I know some of you fools out there don't believe I ever, did it, but that's okay. That's your problem and not mine. Also, I want to say good morning to the local heroes. Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, and Montgomery, I lose anybody out? Sheriff, Fire, Police. Okay, yeah, I got everybody. Right? Did I leave anybody out? And the Alabama National Guard. Good morning, First Sergeant Major out there. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. Hey, it's 33 degrees outside this morning when I came in. That means it is not freezing. That means it's good PT weather. So let's get out there and get on it. Oh, yeah. I feel like $1 million this morning. I don't know about tonight or later, but right now I'm on top of the world rather than the world being on top of me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good morning to you. Our audio, we're going to have our audio piece when we come back after this. So we'll just hang loose. Get your mind right. Okay? A little chilly outside, but put a coat on, put a coat on and you'll be okay. You'll be all right. All righty then. It is time to rise and shine. Okay, so how can a man get up this early in the morning, this motivated, right? Thank to the good Lord. And we'll be back after these messages.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples.
Hot chocolate's not that bad. Not really. It's okay. Actually tastes better than coffee.
Just $249.99. In store 23. Available online and in select stores only while supplies last. Limit 1. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Another mainly sunny day on the way, but it will be colder than yesterday. Highs today only in the lower 50s. At least the wind will relax. That's the good news. Tonight, another cold one down to about 30 degrees. We'll have more clouds around, but we're still dry. And more clouds will be with us tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, but we stay dry. We'll call it partly to mostly cloudy. Mid-50s tomorrow, upper 50s Thursday, and lower 60s by Friday. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Checking with the surrounding counties. They're clear as well. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Christmas shopping is best at Midtown Plaza. Shop Burlington with incredible values. Eat it yummy yakking and more. Midtown Plaza and street off of I-85, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
A major esports tournament is on the way, and it's one you would never expect. The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series is taking place this weekend, where the top 16 mobile players in North America will be playing for their chunk of a $10,000 prize pool. The amount of players started at $800,000, so these contestants are the real deal. If a draw for wildcard cost you thousands of dollars, how would you react?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Naked truth. Oh, Lord, Miss Glow. No. No water. It's over.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you.
Yeah, just ain't nothing left in there. It's all gone.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by Apple.
Want to drive a nicer, newer car, but don't think it's possible? Worry no more. BudgetSaysYes.com. That's BudgetSaysYes.com. Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales Montgomery. We specialize in finding real solutions for real problems and want to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. Don't let buying a car stress you out. I dreamed up a better way to buy a car so you can drive a car of your dreams today. Got a car you hate and doesn't work? Think you owe too much on your trade? Have poor credit? No problem. Our program is easy and stress-free. First, we'll figure out the perfect monthly payment for your budget with as little as $5 down. Then choose the perfect car for you. Finally, you'll get approved. You could be driving home happy in a today. Don't let past credit problems hold you back. Our For the People credit approval process is easy because it works. So don't stay stuck in that old ride. Let us help you drive the car of your dreams today. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. Visit us at budgetsays.yes.com. That's budgetsays.yes.com. Or call 334-244-9777 today.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit, hims.com/radio.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education.
Roll call.
Smartaboutmoney.org. the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
If you're always missing part of your favorite show because you have to get out of the car, don't worry, take us with you, either through our streaming app or through your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. Okay, it's not really Monday, but it's my Monday, okay? So it's my first day back. So what we're going to do is we're going to play my... Now, I know I played this one a lot because I like it. There's so many lessons in this. But next year, I'm going to have a whole bunch of all new ones if I live and nothing happens. Can't take next year for granted. You're going to be here. But if I'm here, I'm going to play a bunch of new things. But I love this one. And this is something I say every day. Every day. And you should say it too. It is a great day, an absolutely fantastic day to be alive.
That you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. You ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up in your right mind. But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started. It was a little rough. It was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up those stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. And when we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and I'd go stay with grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. When I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home, I was made a ward of the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet with a light. She'd open the closet door, she'd hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. And oftentimes people will ask, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here on my hand that she put there with an iron. But all of that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid, and you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." That hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. Now, I didn't know this at the time. I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had. I remember standing there, and it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity. And I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch. And I remember all I could see are these two big glasses, bifocals. I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma. She wasn't supposed to be driving. But she gets out of that big car, and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, there was a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was on a special occasion. So I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her, and I remember her whispering and saying to me, everything's okay. We're family. And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talk, and we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, one day when I get big, I'm gonna buy you a nice house with a fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm gonna buy you a nice car. Not like Grandma, so get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again, and that's what I look forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. It was my mom's roommate. Miss Howe, come quick. Miss Howe was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, kind of wishing hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with the wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I can remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I found myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed. I had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and says, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault with death threat. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor. I just started crying alone. I can remember hearing voices. I heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid and you'll never amount to nothing. I heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a career criminal. He died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived to that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. And he had this big smile on his face, a smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell. He looked at me. He said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time. He says, Mr. Humphrey? I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. And if he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on parole. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams, and when you have things that you can look forward to, and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day
to be alive.
To be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me,
to be alive. Love this one, love it. Makes me motivated. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine and be thankful for one more day on top of the ground. It is a great day to be alive. Yes, it is. Anyway, now it's time for the word of the day, and of course, the my other sage presence of wisdom and whatever the case it is you want to call the things that I do every morning. It is a great day to be alive. Okay. I'm not going to say I'm never going to play it again, but I'm going to put it in the reserve shelf already. Anyway, the lessons of life today, as well as the word of the day. The word of the day is my way to, I realize school is not out. It's not in today, so nobody's going to. Although I have found out recently that there are kids in people's cars when they become, so I'm going to make sure I watch my language till 8 o'clock. Okay, that by that time you ought to be at school. Okay, but I never really say anything really bad anyway. I mean, I may say, the A word or something like that every once in a while, but not really. I don't say too many bad things. But anyway, I'm trying, and I'll work on that one too. I know. There's somebody out there that say, well, you shouldn't say that either. Okay, you're probably right. I'm gonna work on that. Anyway, the word of the day means to carefully search for information about something or to examine a subject in strict detail, as in the class eagerly done this into the writings of Ernest Hemingway. Now, what is the word? Well, the word is spelled Delve. It is pronounced delve. D-E. That's kind of like my middle name. D-E-F. No, I won't tell you what it is. My middle name is DeVal, just in case anybody wants to know. To delve into something is to carefully search for information about something, or to examine a subject in great detail, as in the class eagerly delved into the writings of Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway was a prolific writer. Never mind, I don't want to go there right now because most of you guys don't even know who Ernest Hemingway is. Okay, how about the Great Gatsby or the great books of Ernest Hemingway? How about who wrote Macbeth? Oh, Shakespeare. Sorry about that. He's been gone a while. All right then. Now, the lesson of life today. These are the things that we learn every day by living. If you lived a while, everything I give you in the lessons of life, you will either have done it, will do it, or forgot you did it. But everybody goes through these things. It is a rite of passage to be alive. So today's great lessons of life is this one. There is always, and always once again, something to be thankful for. I'm sure it won't take you long to find something. You might want to hear that one more time. There is always something to be thankful for. I'm sure it won't take you very long to find something. It is December the 19th. It is the 353rd day of the year. It was on this day in 1998, President Bill Clinton was impeached by Republican-controlled House for perjury and obstruction of justice. Of course, he was subsequently acquitted by the Senate. In 1777, during the American Revolutionary War, General George Washington led his army of about 11,000 men to Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, to camp out for the winter. In 1813, British forces captured Fort Niagara, during War of 1812. In 1907, 239 workers died in a coal mine explosion at Jacobs Creek in Pennsylvania. You talking about brave men? That is certainly a brave. It takes some chutzpah to do that job. Are we still doing that? 1946, a war broke out in Indochina as troops under Ho Chi Minh launched widespread attacks against the French. In 1950, I was just a gleam in somebody's eye. General Dwight David Eisenhower was nominated commander of the military forces in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, otherwise known as NATO. On this day in 1957, I was a couple months old, May, June, July. Okay, I was like 6 months old. Okay, yeah. Okay, 6 May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, I'm like 7 months old, 1957. I didn't know what the hell was going on anyway. The Music Man opened in Broadway. I missed that one. 1972, Apollo 17 splashed down in the Pacific, winding up the Apollo program manned lunar landings. The year was 1974. Nelson A. Rockefeller was sworn in as the 41st Vice President of the United States in the U.S. Senate chamber by Chief Warren Burger. Was President? He was President Gerald R. Ford looking on. The year was 1975. I was 18 and lost, didn't know much. I don't know if I got a whole lot since then. But anyway, John Paul Stevens was sworn in as the Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. 1986, the Soviet Union announced it had freed dissident Andrei Sakharov from internal exile and pardoned his wife, Yolanda Bonner. Lawrence E. Walsh was appointed to counsel to investigate the Iran-Contra affair. In 2001, the fires that had burned beneath the ruins of the World Trade Center. What did he put down? Let me see. The fires that burned. Lost my space. Okay. Oh, no, here we go. The fires that had burned beneath the ruins of the World Trade Center in New York City for the previous 3 months were declared extinguished except for a few hotspots. Well, that means they were quite out. In 2002, Secretary of State Colin Powell declared Iraq in material breach of a UN disarmament resolution. In 2008, citing imminent danger to the national economy, President George W. Bush ordered an emergency bailout of the U.S. auto industry. And unwavering Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, I know you thought I was going to pronounce that. Yeah, I got it. Rod Blagojevich. I sound kind of like, like I was born in that country. Whatever. Served notice he had no intention of quitting over his corruption arrest, declaring, I have done nothing wrong. Militants in Gaza fired rockets into Israel like they always do, as Hamas ended a 6-month truce. By telling them that, I'm just saying. 2013, discount retailer Target announced that data connected to the 40 million credit card debit accounts had been stolen as part of a breach that began over the Thanksgiving weekend. The ceiling partially collapsed onto a packed audience at the Apollo Theater in London, injuring about 80 people. And those are some of the things that have happened on this day. What are we celebrating today? Well, today is Look for an Evergreen Day. I don't know why, but that's what they say. National Emo Day. I don't know what an emo is, but if you find it, please let me know because I need to know what they look like. So just in case I run into them. National Hard Candy Day. I don't know who the hell came up with hard candy. I don't like it. Give me something with something in the middle, okay? I'm just saying. National Harry Day. So if your name is Harry, Harry, we salute you today because you've been stuck with that name a long time. National Heroes and Heroines Day. And you know what? That could mean many, 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 many people. Because there are people who do things every day in a small and consequential way that make a difference in all of our lives. Some we hear about, some we never will. Kind of like the civil rights days. A lot of folks in this city played a big part, but they never ever got their public acknowledgement. But we know of you, we've heard of you, and today is your day, National Heroes and Heroines Day. Because I'm not being, you know, what's it, misogynist, or whatever, whatever, misogynist, or whatever that word is that they use. Uh, I believe in, I believe that men and women both have equally sacrificed for this country, this city, and this town. And one more thing, it is National Oatmeal Day. Oh yeah. Oatmeal muffin day. Excuse me. I like oatmeal. Matter of fact, I got some oatmeal in there. I'm finna go have in a little bit. I forgot my milk. Forgot my milk, so I can't really have my oatmeal. So, I like oatmeal in the morning. It's good stuff for you, but with pounds of butter and sugar on it. Not supposed to have all that sugar, but somebody told me sugar don't cause diabetes. Something else causes it. So I'll keep but I don't eat much. I used to eat sugar with a spoon out of a glass. I put a whole glass of sugar in something, and then I take a spoon, put a little water on, and then I chew it. What was wrong with me? I don't know, but that's what I used to do. I used to eat sugar like it was going out of style. Now, the next hour, when we come back, we are going to. Okay, I'm ashamed that I helped pass certain legislation for the county of Montgomery because all we heard, we need more money. We need more money. Once we get more money, all the problems are going away. We need more money. So now that money is coming to fruition. A lot of people are paying more for insurance, are paying more for the taxes on their homes. And from what it looks like, from the other day when the scores came out for our schools, I want to impeach somebody. really, really, seriously. I think somebody needs to be impeached or put out of office for telling them. And I kept saying, money is not the problem. Everybody said, but you know what? I went along with it because they said, well, if we just had a little more money. And now we got people that possibly could lose their home because they couldn't afford the insurance or the payment of. I mean, people on incomes that don't go up, only go down because the prices go up. You know, I tell you, we and what I saw the other day was absolutely. Uh, I don't know. It was not good. It was not good. But we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back. Okay, so don't you guys go into place because we'll be back uno momento. All right, talk about it. So if money's not the answer, which is it? What are you? We'll talk about that when we come back. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. It's getting more dangerous by the day with ships carrying oil, cars, clothing, and other products to make their way through the Red Sea. Now the U.S. is overseeing the formation of a new nuclear task force. Correspondent Shahid Morgan has the details. Even as this effort was announced, Yemen's Iranian-backed rebels said they would press on with their attacks in the Red Sea and could launch them every 12 hours. The group has stepped up its drone and missile attacks since Israel's war with Hamas. The U.S. and its allies hope to provide protection for fragile ships, but many shipping companies are already ordering their ships to hold its place to change course. In Tel Aviv, where warning of incoming Hamas rockets from Canada. At the same time, Israeli troops marched military strikes in Gaza and raided the last working hospital in Gaza City. Jens Demismo is with Save the Children. Distribution, we shouldn't just think about political things, we shouldn't just think about stuff. You need to think about the sweet spot that allows us to operate. We need to think about whether indicating the full cost of the project, particularly in the north. Mindful rights groups with and legal challenges. As soon as Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed the bill into law allowing police to arrest anyone right across the border,
and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you.
shut down the previous bridge in California last month on 1996.
We're stuck in traffic for hours.
And we're going to stop business as usual, no matter what it takes.
The protesters' attorney, Rachel Letterman, says charges should be dropped because this is active nonviolent civil disobedience.
No one was harmed. Some motorists were being pretty inconvenient for the people of Palestine.
Public safety. Matt Bickler, San Francisco.
Study from UC Berkeley from some chimpanzees and bonobo monkeys and the tall faces of other apes in more than 25 years. Let me now do the CBS News.
This holiday season, get the gift of what makes life so effective. Now, unlike old allergy drugs
And good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. Good morning, and good morning again. Good morning. Yeah, I got a lot of calls over the weekend. Over the weekend and last week, because in my haste to listen to the people in our school system, we need more money. If we had more money, that just won't fix everything. We have low ratings because we don't have money. So all of us in the city of Montgomery, in the county of Montgomery, said, okay, it's going to hurt some people, and it especially hurts people on Social Security, on disability. They got to pay more with a limited income, but they were willing to, to sacrifice that money. And where's the return? As a matter of fact, one would argue that we are actually doing worse. And so I can't understand. Now, put life in me. I'm not on the school board. Maybe I should be. But I'm not on the school board, so I'm not going to really get on everybody because of it. Okay, maybe I am. Maybe I do get on everybody too. But I don't understand why I know, average people know what to do and how to run a school. I mean, most of us know how to run a school. You have discipline and you have order. If you don't have those, you don't have a school system. Okay, you just don't. And I think we just got too many women on the school board. I'm sorry, we got too many women, too many. Okay, I love them. I don't get me wrong. I love them. But too many. They think about nurturing before they teach, before they think about teaching. Uh, it's not his fault. His daddy's not there. He's from a single parent home. Hell, what black person, most of us came from single parent home. And that single parent put a foot in our butt if we didn't act right in school. Okay, we just, I mean, the excuses that these people make, and somebody told me the other day that it is going to affect their livelihood, having to pay more money for this and more money for that, and of course the people who come up with appraisals are probably going to say my houses are worth a whole lot more than they are too. So I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not a very smart guy in some things, but let me get this right. We were told that after the support of this tax hike, that all would be well with our school. So I support it, even though I knew money was not the issue and failure was to come. Okay? Montgomery Public Schools state report card ranking. That's why it came out on a Friday. Okay, it didn't come out there. Poor reading, math proficiency, okay, leads to a D grade for Montgomery School. But I thought once we got the money, that now I'm going to read to you these schools and their grade, and you're going to see there is a correlation. Okay, there's a correlation from the best to the worst. They all have something in common. I'm gonna let you figure out what they have in common before I go to before I read the big list. And for those who missed it, I got the list of every school in Montgomery County that was graded. Good morning on there. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Wait a minute, I don't disagree with you on the they said, but they did say if we got more money, then things don't change. But Mhm. Well, you need a charter school compared to what we got.
Well, and then, right, but here's my question: are the kids being are the kids? I don't get into their personal administrative issues, but are the kids being taught? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All I can tell you, Diane Cross is a charter school, but they got the yeah, but they didn't give it to them; they earned it. Yeah. Mm. But money is yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. Mm. That's it. We gonna do it. Yeah, yeah, we get it. We get it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah. It probably is a lot of good stuff. Hey, appreciate you. And again, listen. Diamond Cross, which is, has probably less known than the public here, they've shown us the way. It takes discipline and pride. Not all these IEPs that we give these kids. We give these kids an excuse to act crazy in public school, and then all they do is make excuses. Oh, we can't paddle the child. We can't do this, and we can't do that. Okay, we can't do anything to get some discipline. As a matter of fact, you won't hardly ever hear the word discipline used by any educator in the city and the county of Montgomery. Because it has been deemed a racist word. Okay? It's been deemed a racist word, discipline. Okay? Now let's go through the scores here. And I'm gonna see if you guys can tell me the difference, what they all have in common. Loveless Academic Magnet Program High School, otherwise known as LAMP, 100. We have an A, 100. Forest Avenue Elementary School have an A, 99. Bear Exploration Center, A, 96. McMillan International at McKee, 95 and A. Baldwin Arts and Academics Magnet, A, 94. Brubaker Technology Magnet High School, A, 93. Booker T. Washington Magnet High School, an A, 92. It is a tie for B for Floyd Middle Magnet and Blunt Elementary School at 88. They get a B. Carver Elementary School, they get a B, 84. Halcyon Elementary School, B with an 80. Wilson Elementary School, they get a C at 76. The Pensacola School, I think it goes down, gets a C at 76. Carr Middle School gets a C at 72. Crump Elementary School and the Garrett Elementary School get a C for 72. Park Crossing, that's our one of our middle schools, it's a C. They ought to be over there. A C at school number 71. Flowers Elementary School, it's a C at 70. Their grade is 70. Dalrata Elementary School, they get a C at 70. Brubaker Intermediate School gets a D at 68. Williamsburg Elementary School gets a D at 68. McKee Middle School gets a D at 68. Dozier Elementary School gets a D at 67. Katoma Elementary School, D at 66. Brubaker Primary School, D at 66. Morris Elementary School, D at 66. Highland Garden Elementary School, D at 64. Nixon Elementary School, a D at 63. The recently closed Dunbar Grammar School, a D at 63 also. Vaughn Road Elementary School, it's a D at 61. Harvard Senior High School, a D at 61. Brubaker Middle School, D at 60. Fitzpatrick Elementary School, D at 60. Southlawn Elementary School, D at 60. A D at 60. Bellingraph, wow, now we're coming in. That's going to go on here. Bellingraph at F at 56, score 56. King Elementary, where's King Elementary School there? 58, that's an F, might as well not be there. Capitol Heights Middle School, you know, these are some of the schools where we got boys coming to school with dresses on. Amen. F at 57. They spend more time satisfying the whims of parents and idiot rules of society rather than teaching. Northern U Elementary School, F at 57. The Lanier Senior High School, which MPS is in the process of phasing out, and F at 56. You have to get somebody to fix it. Lee High School, otherwise known as Percy Julian High School, and F at 56, which I catch hell each and every day when some of my son mentioned he gives me absolute hell about that school. Okay. Natalie Elementary School, F at 55. Now, there are those that say that these represent a couple of years ago, last year's score. I'm sorry. If they were black, you mean, so they asked for this tax a couple of years ago, whenever that was. So nobody has been preparing the schools for an upgrade in the last couple of years while they're waiting for all this money to come. So to me, like my good southern buddy say, that dog ain't gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Money has got nothing to do with expectation, but let me keep going. Davis Elementary, F at 53. Goodwin Middle School, F at 53. Jefferson Davis High School, Jefferson Davis High School, yeah, which is now JAG, when they changed the name, they're going to change something, is F at 52. And Chisholm Elementary School, F, and their score is 50. Now, does anybody know what the common denominator in these schools that are successful and the ones that are failing? Does anybody know the common denominator there? I know I'm not the smart. I'm the smartest guy on the radio, but I'm not the smartest guy in town. So somebody has to realize the thing that is constant in those that are doing well and in those that are doing bad. So somebody's figured it out by now. Okay, I'm just saying that. 7:24 in the morning. We'll be back right after this with the college requirements right after this. And taking over the school by the state. That don't help it either. That don't help at all either. We already tried that part. We'll be back. Too many women. They don't believe in discipline. As a matter of fact, our new superintendent is just running wild over our school board. Too many damn women. Old Melvin got to do it. Say, I don't think I do that. You don't get done.
Visit, you need to go to this exclusive Hims.com/radio. That's Hims.com/radio for your free online.
And we are back. Of course, there are two women on my board I actually like, but two cannot do it. Two is not a majority. Hey, let's go back to fun. Anybody figure out the difference between the ones that are failing and the ones that are passing? Anybody figure out the difference is? What the difference is? Let's go back to phone, see who's there. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. That's always the answer. Now, I have been told while I've been sitting on the air that these scores represent a time, a couple, in the last couple of years, or last year or something like that, before all the money came down. So, what they're trying to tell us, because they didn't have the tax money yet, they could not have discipline in the school system, and they could not change the environment in the school system because the money had not hit the bank yet. Mm-hmm.
What building? Look how old that building is, and some of the smartest and brightest to come out there. So, is it the building, is it the house, or it's the person that's leading it?
It is a philosophy of failure, of excuses, of single mama, single daddy, and we just can't do nothing, and we can't control discipline because discipline is racist. Okay, I've had idiots tell me that. Women, as a matter of fact, it was women. So you can okay, we can't paddle, but we can't send them home. So let them be because listen, if their parents are an idiot, if they're an idiot, they ought to be together. They don't need to be in school interfering with my child's education. But I don't know what we took down the statue in front of Lee, which is now another name, and most people don't know who Perkins Julian really is. If you ask every student over who it is, they won't know. So, matter of fact, most of them didn't know who Perkins Julian who probably Lee was. But that don't mean anything. Yeah, of every yes, it is the core. But they can't discipline. Yeah, they can't discipline. They give everybody an IEP, an individual education program. So now a teacher's got to go into a room with 6 or 7 people with special instructions. And so you can, yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me why the same procedure that's done in magnet school, the environment can't be the same in any school in Montgomery? Okay, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. All right, Bridget. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Again, any correlation between the schools that are passing and those that are failing? Anybody know the difference? Good money on there. Yes. You're wasting time now. It's your 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, your time is up, but I will tell you what you believe is up to you. That's what I tell you. You can't believe for me. I can't believe for you. So I want you to just get off that can't take a moment. I mean, give me something else to talk about. Okay, give me something else. Stop. That's getting old, real old. But hey, I love you anyway. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, good morning. Who's this? Yes. True. 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 Okay, that's easy. That's an easy one. The easy one is employee discipline. In every school we have, do not put up with crap that you ought not put up with. And if they don't want to adhere to discipline, you send them home. If your children are dumb as you are, or you as dumb as they are, y'all need to be together. Why in the world are we messing? Well, that's what I would do. Yeah, yeah. Discipline is the main thing. That's, that's right. There's never been a person that has ever been successful in life that did not employ discipline. Michael Jordan said he missed. Yeah, lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. Absolutely. Because they all got a piece of paper to give them a pass. That is absolutely true. Well, I may not last a day on the job, but yeah. Mhm. Well, without discipline in your life, you're going to end up in prison anyway. Yeah, you are. You're gonna end up in prison. Let me ask you a question. Wait, let me ask you a question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he got no discipline. No, he shouldn't have done that. No, he shouldn't have. But let me ask you a question again. Let me ask you a question. We have a $9 billion education budget. Not 1 billion, not 2 billion. Wait. $1 billion. Billion. Okay. It's this, brother. Why black folks don't want to? Wait a minute. Why black folks don't want to say discipline? But you're making excuses. Well, why black folks won't use the word discipline? Why can't we use that word? To a certain extent, it is the extent. I don't care about private schools. I don't care. I, I, I don't care. My son does not go to a charter school. He goes to a Montgomery public school. Bull crap. Bull crap. The governor don't run. The governor does not run Montgomery County schools. Give me one. Wait a minute. Give me one thing, one law that the ordinance the governor passed. The governor passed that's messing with our schools. Listen. We can't even talk. We can't even talk about regular theory. We don't need to add nothing else to it. Okay. Well, let me ask them. Let me ask them. Let me ask you. Let me let me ask you a question here. Tell me, tell me, tell me how putting something else in the public schools, such as CRT, is going to help raise these scores of these kids. Oh, okay. Okay. Brother, it goes back to the regular theory. Okay. Okay. because it lends itself to blaming the past for the present. Hey, listen, you asked $1 million question this morning. You asked $1 million question. Maybe because a lot of parents, those who bring their kids to private school and magnet school, don't have the intellectual ability to know the difference. Maybe they had an IEP coming up also. Because when I got here, people were sending their kids to school to get idiot checks. In 1991, when I got here, they were sending their kids to act crazy so they could get a check. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nobody at the top is running. Nobody in the state. Wait a minute. The state of Alabama. Okay. The state of Alabama is not running Lee High School. They're not over there every day running that school. Some local person is. So, and it is, but she doesn't run the school system. Hey, okay. I got to run. The governor's got a lot of things to worry about. That's why we have a superintendent of schools for the state of Alabama. Now, if you tell me he's partly responsible, I think he is too. He's partly responsible. His job is to oversee the running of schools. Okay. Michael Sibley, who's down there at the state. All these people. Miss Chestnut, who is the state school board member that represents my school, my son's school. They all are responsible for what's going on in our schools because none of them will use the word discipline. None of them will. You won't hear it. You won't hear it on a TV commercial. You won't hear it at a school board meeting. You will not hear it. And until you get discipline as a basic foundation for a good education, the government may need to borrow another $1 billion to put more people in prison. Because if you either learn something or the lessons will be you. You'll be that. Amelia, I don't care if the parents don't have any power. Parents are not in the school. They're not there. The people that are there to enjoy discipline. And your mammy don't like it, your daddy don't like it, then send them home with them. Get on my nerves. Yeah. Some people just don't have good parents. That should not disrupt the learning process of my child because your parents and their offspring are idiots. Yeah. Discipline is what's needed. Get rid of some of them damn IEPs. Individual then good morning to everybody. It is 7:49 in the morning. You got to be there by 8 o'clock. You have exactly 11 minutes by which to arrive. Okay? Let's get back to the phones. Do you want to talk to who's on this? I mean, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mhm. All right. I am. I am. Mm. Nope, I think they lost focus and did not adhere to the discipline. No, absolutely not. We can agree on that. He's been in position for a while now. Oh, sure. And right. Well, that I do not. It was a shame that we even got there. We should have never been there, no matter. Uh, yes. Well, having had. Listen, it's something different. I'm with you, but then I find out that the cookies are not real. I think that, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. It, right. It's not, yeah, but it's not the principle to me that have to be. It is the headset that would not allow them to do the things that they need to do in order to get that environment more conducive to learning. It is not the teachers and the principal. They work for the superintendent and the school board. But he has a and I'm telling you, there is no way in the world you can have an atmosphere of chaos in a public school and expect to be successful. Because you can't send anybody home, you can't paddle anybody, you can't do anything but look at their IEP. Well, my son, listen, I wish, yes, yes, yes. And, and politically, listen, politically, wait a minute. I can't tell you some of the things that have been said, but in principle, a lot of them agree with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they should have been working. They should have been working on improvement. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, and money is not the issue. It is discipline that's the issue. Because we don't, because now we, because I do. Because what happens is that now these people, they gonna a lot of them taxes are going up. They got to pay a lot of them. We don't mind sacrificing if we can see. Okay, okay. Well, if your child, if your child came home every day seeing what a mess and what the environment is like in his school every day, it gives me a headache. Yes, but but he's not the one. He says the environment at the school is so atrocious until it affects his ability to learn. I have tried. I keep putting in the request. Oh, well, listen, I tried. I put in the request, and nobody has called me back yet. And I've done at least 10 times. I'm telling you, brother, I'm not lying to you. They know who I am. They know who I am. And I've gone up there. I have I have put in my request for him to call me back or at least or something since my son's school started. I'm just telling you, I have. Okay. We met in the hallway when I go up there sometimes, but I put in requests to sit down with him, and I've never got a call back from his people. I'm just telling you, that's where it goes. Wait a minute. Now, here's the problem, though. My school board member is not in charge of that school. My school board member is Dr. Lisa, Dr. Key. Brother, listen, wait a minute. I didn't use that word. I didn't use that word. I talked to him in passing, going through the hallways when I'm up to school, looking at the I have. They have not called me back. They have not called me back yet. You said that. I didn't say it. I mean, you said it. I mean, maybe there's so many people that haven't got to my name yet. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't use the word ignore. Anyway, let's take one more. You're really on there. Good morning. Oh, you ain't get me. I'm just listen. I'm just what they're allowed to do. Right. I don't blame the kids. I don't blame the kids. Yeah. Well, what about those? And that's what I said. That's what I said. It is the rules by which they have to follow. By. But listen, call me back. You can call me back because I don't have enough time to let you finish your thing. So call me back. I'm going to put you on hold. Okay, we'll get you first. When I come back. We'll be back after this.
Red Sea, Iranian backed Houthi rebels in Yemen.
Going through.
Says maritime Iraqi.
Those cars, the whole kinds of household items, all the way through to energy costs.
Mad could vote today on a resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Correspondent Cameron McCormick reports. The vote could come as soon as this morning. Negotiations have been underway to bring an impasse after a U.S. veto. The Security Council is also discussing a monitoring system that will bring humanitarian aid to Gaza. That could include a new at least 127 people have been killed. 6.2 magnitude earthquake in northwestern China. I'm Jim Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. Japanese television shows scenes of devastation. More than 150,000 buildings have been damaged or destroyed. Survivors are shivering in sub-zero temperatures in makeshift camps. Some temperatures lower in hopes of finding more survivors. Parts of the northeast U.S. are still under blood threat after a powerful storm battered the East Coast. At least 4 people were killed, including a man in Maine by a fallen tree that appeared to breathe from the tree. Meteorologist Stephanie Abrams. The winds take their time winding down for today. This morning, between 25 and 30 miles an hour, but much improved this evening. If you brought in any building decorations or maybe you lost them during the storm, you're safe to put them back out. More than 550,000 customers in Maine and New Hampshire are still waiting to get their power back. 100 state tourists were shocked when they found out that Northview Nursing Home had gone out of business, and 170 residents were moved to another facility in the middle of the night. AMOVTV's Alexis Zotos is just days after the shutdown. The North St. Louis nursing home is boarded up with hangs on the door. Walks have been cut, and inside appears ransacked. Many residents worry for the warmth. Maryland's Democratic Senator Ben Cardin says Capitol Hill police are investigating reports of a sex tape allegedly linked to one of his former aides. One website published parts of the video allegedly showing two men getting intimate in the hearing room. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Start with Indeed.com.
Prescriptions require an ongoing consultation with a healthcare provider that will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands. And it's a 95% off. That's right, get generic to Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, HIMS.com/JOY.
25 years ago today, President Bill Clinton was impeached by the Republican-controlled House.
On the Bay Road, that counts each to false imprisonment of commuters who are stuck in traffic for hours.
And we're going to stop business as usual, no matter what.
The protesters are claiming Rachel Letterman's charges should be dropped because this was an act of non-violent civil disobedience.
No, this time. Some motorists were delayed, but it's pretty inconvenient for people of Palestine to do something.
That's the exercise of free speech
crap.
compromise public safety. Matt Bigler, for CBS News, San Francisco.
Memories may fade, not for chimps. A study from UC Berkeley finds some chimpanzees and bonobo monkeys can recall faces of other apes they haven't seen in more than 25 years. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Come fix my home. Yo. What? Okay. Well, I'm sorry to get him. All right. Where now? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, let's go. All right, bye. They right, the really can't be right. Will Bradley, won't you please? It's no more.
Years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing even when you die, your family's now going to start
And I have been.
And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well, finds you the best you can be. And also want to take the opportunity to thank the folks for our helping hand. But let me go through and get Steve. He's still out there. Steve, is this you? Okay, go ahead. Hey, yeah, okay. First of all, let me. I just heard something about you lost your sister. Okay. Well, our condolences to you and your family. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. I don't know whose interest that's in, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, which school you talking about? Which school you talking about? Okay. Well, I didn't know they had it. Well, what I've seen, and here's what I have seen. I think we got a lot of principals that if they could run the schools they wanted to, they would be awesome. The problem is, it's not necessarily him. It is the problem liberalism that a lot of people employ in their in these education jobs. I mean, it's like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't discipline. Matter of fact, some teachers tell me they take the bad students down to the office, and by the time they get back to their room, the kid's back. Yeah. Again, I don't blame the kids. Kids will always do what you allow them to do. And so I ain't mad at them. Yeah, yeah. They really are. Yeah. Oh, hey, I appreciate it. 860-1445 number here. Yeah, and people are complaining that they're paying all this money, all these tax. Hell, me too. But we hope that it would spur achievement and progress in the schools. And I realize that these scores are not from last year, the last school. So I got that. It's a shame they were this low at any time. At any time. It doesn't make any difference when it was. Okay. And I know some things about the school board that I'm not at liberty to say at the moment. That I do respect people's privacy and private conversations. So I'm not going to go there. But I will say that they're not all that happy with the superintendent. A lot of them are not. I'm just saying. Good morning on there. Yes. Mhm. What's that got to do with learning, though? What does economically disadvantaged got to do with anything? Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so let me do it. My son's parent, his daddy ain't got no money. Okay, but but I expect him to do good because he got a place to stay in the inside, warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So I think, well, first of all, if we keep telling them everything is not their fault, but I don't know. What's money got to do with it, though? What's money got to do with telling your kid to shut up and get to go to school and learn? What other part? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what would they have to spend money on for you to get an A. Your score is not based on one thing. It's not based on one thing, though. Again, I'm trying to figure what's money got to do with it. Your parents, how much money they got? They got $9 billion. But again, I just want somebody. It's not computing with me that what difference the money you get has got to do with expectation of excellence from you, from your parents and you. I just don't understand where that correlation is. Okay. Well, that was too stupid to know what it was. That's what that was. But we've always had students like that, my friend, in school. Right. Because we've taken them out and put them separately and by themselves. Yeah. Well, here's my problem with them. But here's my problem with the magnet school. They took the score to enter a magnet school down. So, no. Okay. Okay. Again, let's talk about Diane Cross last week winning $1 million. And the category was they took students from the most difficult situations and made them so, yeah. Listen. Well, they don't give you $1 million just for not being pretty decent. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to get the Bronx. I'm gonna try to get before the end. Before I'm gonna try to get the Bronx down here, one of them, and to tell us that, so y'all can ask them the question. But they don't give you. They don't appreciate. They don't give you $1 million though. For no reason. They have taken. I'm telling you what. I am so proud when those kids walk down the street through downtown. I am a proud black man to see the way they act, the way they communicate, and the way they carry themselves. Okay, I'm just, they're almost like college students. They handle their business, and Rita Pearson said, if you tell them long enough, they begin to believe what you say, and they call them scholars. Okay, and so I'm just saying, I don't know what money has to do with it, but I imagine they'll do. Good morning, you there? Yes, tell me, sir. Mm, mhm. That's right. Right, right. And that's what we seem to do in our low-ranking school. We worry about how many people on food stamp. We put a score. Listen, if they're on food stamp, that means they're getting something to eat. So there ought not be. Not be no, no. Yeah, yeah. It's easy that way. It ain't eat, it's not eating, but it is. I tell you, when this IEP thing came out I forgot, it's an IEP. It came out, special education and related services for children age 3 to 21. If you 21 years old and you still in high school, but you probably ought not be there. Okay, you just yeah. Hell, at that age, you can date your teacher. Appreciate it. 86044. But I'm always on these IEP things. Now, according to, I think this thing came out in Individual with Disabilities Education Act, provides direction for your child's school year, outlines the following areas related to your child's educational progress. One, disability. Two, now I don't know what the hell is everything's a disability now. Current academic achievement and function and measurable goals for the school year. Who can receive a special education services? A disability alone does not qualify your child for special education services. Your child's disability must impact educational ability and must fit the criteria for more in one of the following categories. Intellectual disability, hearing impairment. I understand the hearing impairment, not a problem. Speech or language impairment. Okay, that makes sense to me. Visual impairment, makes sense. Emotional distress, we gotta have a conversation about that one. Physical or orthopedic impairment, autism. I can understand those. Those make sense, most of them. Traumatic brain injury, of course that makes sense. Multiple disabilities. So why don't we have a school that's for people with all of these disabilities? And we got Tourette's, HIV. Now Tourette's, when you cuss people out, you don't know what you're doing. Okay then. ADHD. We have taken our boys today. We have taken our boys and diagnosed them with ADHD on such a scale until now, average boy behavior. We got something called testosterone. Okay, let us go outside, let us climb trees, let us run around a little bit. We come back in, we get to go. Don't try to make our boys into little girls. Okay? Which has been going on for some years now. That we just call it ADHD. Bored as hell is why they got ADHD. Okay, I'm just saying we're trying to feminize our young men. Okay, that's what we're doing. This is the public school now. I'll take a break. We'll be back 8:24 in the morning. I'm telling you, money has never been, never will be. Okay, because the people that have devised from the most humankind changing, what's what I'm looking for here? Not things that are made by people, experiments, products. We have some of the greatest products since the beginning of time that people have invented. And those people, most of them, went to public school. Right now, if the lights go out in McDonald's, I'm telling you, most of them won't be able to give you correct change back. Okay? Why is that? It's not their fault. It is our fault because we keep making excuses for our children. So when you go to Value Crops or some of these magnet schools, they don't deal with the excuse. We do. Because the world, when you get out of high school or you go to college, the world don't care that you came from a single family. When you go to Yale, people don't care if your daddy wasn't there. They don't care. They're gonna beat you down as if you went to school with nothing but A's. If we don't get this right, and we don't have a hell of a lot of time to do it, the Chinese political. So excellence should be the standard, not the exception. Okay? So no matter where we are, we think in Montgomery Public School, it seems we think by raising the floor and lowering the ceiling somehow is improving. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I've been on my case for years about going to this school, about the environment that's in it. The environment. And it doesn't really make a difference who the principal is because they have to adhere to Mackey. And Mackey, I don't know what the hell his birthday by. He's talking about we're on the right trajectory. I guess if you're in a magnet school or if you're in a private school, I guess you're right. But so the right trajectory, some of the schools is F. Let me give you the score one more time for the lower one. Okay? I mean, they're just, I'll give you the F. Bellingraph Middle School, King Elementary, Capitol Heights Middle School, Morning View Elementary School, which is one of the best schools when I got there in '91. The Lanier Senior High School, which used to house the magnet program, the LAMP program. Lee High School, which is now Pershing Junior, F 56. Danley Elementary School, F 55. Davis Elementary, F 53. I'm trying to figure out what trajectory. Those are just the F's. What trajectory is Mackey talking about? What is he looking at? Because obviously, it's not the same thing I'm looking at as they put out the school. We'll be back. It is 8:27 in the morning. right after this.
And nothing but there's the morning minute. The whole post of this, American ages 18 to 29, a Holocaust was a myth. It's no myth. We have the images, the testimony, the evidence. It is all developing. Stories are developing. All you have to do is get a super basic education or just do an online search and you can find out within an hour about the Holocaust that is proved by photographic evidence to prove that it's all true. 3,000 What if you have an unexpected home repair or a home breakdown that costs $200 with a home protection plan and everything? Every day of flying. And in the season, all right now, you protect all your electronics, like your smartphone, TV, and more. For more, just in the channel. New devices this year, you protect those for free too. It's also savings. Let's say $1,400.
I think it was something you this and you can't find it. Please have a claim paid right away.
Well, everything breaks right now. Protect your major home system, appliances, and all of your electronics with plans for in one of those fancy holiday copies. Call 1-855-545-SAVE. That's 1-855-545-SAVE. 1-855-545-SAVE.
That's a lie. That ain't no lie.
Protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
Smart and fast on the draw. It's Marco News this afternoon at 5 on News Radio 1440.
Hey, good morning. The rest of the day finds you well. You know, a lot of people don't understand why I'm so adamant about this this thing about excellence. Um, you know, the only thing that parents who don't have a lot of money or don't have a lot of things to leave behind, the one thing we ought to be able to count on is a decent education for my student. So when he gets done, when he walks across that stage, that piece of paper actually means something besides he just showed up and left. I don't have a lot of money. I mean, if he dies soon, I get good insurance, and that'll help the brother out. But my mother used to say, "It's the only thing I can give you. It's an education. So don't play with it. Learn something from there. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares in prison. Nobody cares when the police put you in the back of the car. They don't care what your story is. They don't care if your mama quit high school. They just don't care. What we do in these schools, these bastions of education, or shall we say indoctrination now, they have an awesome responsibility. And I think if I had to charge them, I would charge them with dereliction of duty. Yeah, that's what I would charge them with, except for the magic school and the private school. Okay? And when they don't do their job over there, they can't. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that was people like you begging for something, not me. Yeah, I was all right. Well, they do, right. Yeah. Yeah, they do have, some of these schools got a 50% don't come to school. What's that? Can't, you can't blame white folks for this, not unless, wait a minute. Unless Mackey is sending down SOPs that don't coincide with the pursuit of excellence. That's the state, that's it. Well, he's the state superintendent. Well, he's in charge at the top. But, yeah, but again, I'm just, right. Well, let me ask you something. I don't know if the local city council, like the local school board wants to do something that they are prohibited from doing. Oh, they don't. They don't. But they go by policy. I don't care about them excuses they make. What, well, what's wrong with your family don't know their job? Well, what is it? Wait a minute. If they know their job, yeah. Well, again, okay. Right. Okay. Well, that I can't verify that. Yeah. I can't, I don't know who you're talking about, what you're talking about. Or, okay. All right. Well, I believe it. Another call. I guess I believe it. Good morning. Who's this? 8:38. Good morning. All righty then. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Went over there asking questions about it and couldn't get any assistance. So I don't know how to do it. I asked her for a few months about it, and I asked the principal, and I asked well, not Mr. Lee, I didn't ask, but I asked the last guy, whatever his name was, and I even talked to some parents. Well, he really didn't seem to show much interest. Well, they got down to 50 something. Let me look at the numbers again. I mean, they're all up there. Right, they're all up there. Yeah. You make an interesting point. So why is it that the environment in all of our schools, not the academic prowess, but the environment in all of our schools can't be like the environment in the magnet schools? Or why can't we have that same environment? So why doesn't the superintendent? Okay, well, exactly. So why isn't right?
So why isn't the superintendent then actively involved in getting a PTA at every high school, at every school? Mm. Well, they're too busy trying to. Listen, they're too busy stopping people from fighting. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I understand. But and magnet schools, right? Magnet schools are public, right? They're public schools. So have we decided? Who, who, you know, no, I didn't. No, they're not. They don't get. Well, they didn't get. They don't get on this report. They don't get. Okay. So did you find out their scores? Okay. Were they failing? I don't know. She said they are. She said they are getting better. And Montgomery Public School has been in existence for 100 years. Well, it takes a moment. Wait a minute, because our public schools have been around. Our public schools have been around for 100 years. Okay, 105. Come on now, it does. But after 100 years, we gotta have this right. 5 years, 5 years. Come on, 100 years. Yeah, we've had public schools in the United States. Again, it's about discipline and expectation of excellence. That's what I love about Montgomery Academy. When you go down Bond Road, you see that sign that goes across the highway. It says "In Pursuit of Excellence." Why can't that be done in traditional public school? Yeah. Mm. Right. All right. But and I hear, but let me ask you a question. And again, my education is not in education. Okay, so we got the pros. Wait, I am, but we got the pros. The people that tell you in a heartbeat, I got this degree and I got that degree. Aren't we paying them enough money to get it straight? Why it is that you need my help when you're the expert? I don't ask somebody. I don't ask somebody to fix their computer. When they bring their computer to me, I fix it. I don't give it back to them worse than it was. Right. Yeah. And a what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And a what special? Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm. That's good. Well, I'm just saying. So why do we act like the parents don't run the schools? We expect to get a good product delivered. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Listen, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If people get mad and them like Malcolm X said, they do something. But right now, when Shanika coming up with a head bonnet on, a nightgown on, and stuff like that, like she running something, and she was dumber than a kid. So she ain't gonna put a gun on me. I gotta go. We'll be back after this 8:47 in the morning. Right now, here on Radio 14.
And okay, everybody, it is 8:53 in the morning. Not a whole lot of time. I was just trying to remember who was on the board as a matter of fact. It is all women, but somebody said it was all black. It's not all women. It's just women. It's, again, some women are tough, and some are not so tough. Like the Rose and the, but I think women are naturally nurturers. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Don't hurt their feelings, but we need to hurt that boot tank every once in a while to get their attention. But they don't believe in doing that because, well, they are a modern school boy. Now, this is a big deal to me. The only thing I got to leave that child is the education. And if I can't get it, a decent one, I'm pretty perturbed. It's 54 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Good morning. Yeah. No, we just need to man up. Now we need, but we're all scared of our kids now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I must ask you the same question. Right. No. I'm just gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Didn't we have guns back in the time that you and I grew up? Well, we could have accessed them. So, so you so you're telling me that we don't. So you're telling me our schools are unsafe. Well, I thought we got. Well, I'm sorry. And therein lies the big problem. I'm not scared of them. Yeah, I ain't scared. I had to say that. I had to say what you said. This is that ain't funny. Yeah, okay, they don't bear scared. Well, sooner or later, somebody has got to stand up. Because our kids, we are scared of the kids today. Yeah. Okay. Well, I ain't scared of them. Okay, let me answer that. Let me answer. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that Cordell Walker would? Do you believe that Cordell Walker would be scared? Okay, when you find out who he is, you ask, look. Okay, well, Cordell Walker would not be scared of nobody in school. I'm gonna tell you later. Okay, you need to find out. That's right. See that okay. See that's what. No. Cordell Walker would kick some butt in school. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know they baby did. I hear you, brother. Uh, good morning. Who's this? Okay then. All right then. Hey, the Roscoe's on that other station over there. Anyway, it's 8:56 in the morning. You don't know who Cordell Walker is. Good morning. Who's this? All right then. Anyway, I think God wants us to take His teaching and do a couple things for ourselves. He didn't give us children so He had to raise them. He gave us the direction by which to do it. And one of those things is put something on that boot tape, okay, when they get out of hand. One more call, and we're going to call it in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, guess there was nobody there. Anyway, next up, of course, is Chris Plant, and he'll be on the next hour, and we'll be talking about a lot of nice things. And news, we'll be. Hopefully, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we will be. The Lord says the same. Okay. Well, if y'all going to bless. Where's my finger here? Where's my music? I'm trying to get the music thing going. It's giving me the blues right now. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna leave it alone. So, who's that? It's over. See you tomorrow.
On News Radio 1440.